They've done it again. They've done it again. I mean, look, yeah, God works hard, but the devil works harder, right? Scalpers have found yet again another loophole to ensure that they get their hands on a PS5 before the general public. Again. So let's talk about it. It's not even so much a news today, it's a bit of a rant. So in the early hours of the morning, Argos released new PS5 stock, which, you know, is a blessing, but also a curse. Firstly, you're releasing it in the early hours of the morning, which is a big inconvenience for a lot of people, especially when your servers and your sites and apps are not going to work correctly. Yet again, you've had so much time to prepare for this, and yet again, you are leaving people stumped when it comes to the checkout because they can't click through. I've seen X amount of tweets today saying they were waiting, they were refreshing, they were doing everything they could, but they couldn't get their hands on a PS5 yet again. On the flip side, I've seen some people very, very happy that their PS5 has already been delivered to them, and it's only about 2 p.m. currently as I record this. That isn't the main problem, but it's a big part of it. I think these companies really do need to address how they are delivering consoles through their sites. You know it's going to happen. It's happened every single time, and every single time you were leaving people disappointed. But what is worse than that, what is absolutely worse than that, is Scalpers literally got their hands on it a day in advance. A day in advance, because, and as Express Notify quote in their tweet celebrating it, because people went to pick them up on the 25th, as you can see here, this person has picked up his PS5 a day before it's even gone back into stock. Why? Because as Express Notify have stated here, always creating and innovating, the perks of having great in-house developers. Now, they basically were able to set up pre-order links that worked in Argos. How can you do this? How can you do this? How are you having in-house developers that are out working the websites themselves? How is Argos and other such places not able to clamp down on this? And where are your in-house developers? This is a massive problem. I know a sale is a sale, but you are literally allowing the people that are going to go there and buy a couple consoles way ahead of time, so that when you release it through your means, people can't do it yet again. This is insanity, and we are moving. It's not November anymore. We're moving forward into a brand new year, and while stock is limited, you still can't even guarantee that this stock is going to go into the hands of the people that are going to play the games. Yes, scalpers are going to make sales, but most people are so annoyed at scalpers at this point and cannot be bothered to pay for the overpriced fees they're putting on these consoles, that it just means that they are actively allowing consoles to be completely out of rotation. And as we saw earlier this week, the UK had a massive surge in sales by 324% around physical games, because people were slowly starting to get their hands on the PS5. This is a huge market that is being affected because of scalpers. This isn't just on Argos at this point in time. This should 100% be on Sony, to be working with these companies and saying, look, unless you've got a system and a server that's not going to go down, we cannot restock these consoles for you. Sony should take it upon themselves and actually be distributing the consoles themselves and make sure that they are fully protected, because this isn't just the console sales, this is general sales and revenue that's being missed out and messed up with currently because of a few very smart people. I'm going to say it. Look, you may not like scalpers, but the way they're operating is very clever. If the aim in a game is to make profit, if the aim in a game is to outthink your opponent, then they're doing that perfectly. If you are creating links that allow people to go and buy a console one day ahead of time, that means you've got inside information, that means you've got inside developers, everybody working so hard just to make sure that certain groups of people can make money. Now that in itself is a massive problem, but you can't knock the hustle 100%. I fucking hate this. I hate it so much, you know, because every time they do this, this means there's going to be another wave of people that sign up to their paid subscription service to get the information and outmaneuver. I don't know, maybe someone in trading and business standards should probably buy the subscription and have a little look into what's going on and see how they can find ways to stop these people from doing it. I'm sorry that this is just like a run. It's also news. I wanted to break it down for you, but that is essentially what's been happening. Scalpers are developing their own software to get the jump on even the shops themselves and trick them into selling them the consoles in mass. Now, obviously, places are going to try and play this down and they're going to be like, oh yeah, but it's not so bad. A lot of people got their hands on consoles. But guess what? A lot of people still didn't. A lot of people who've been waiting since November to get their hands on these consoles still can't get their hands on these consoles. And as I've said, that's a massive, massive problem and it should be addressed. And the reason this should be being taken so seriously by Sony, and in general just anyone involved in the sales of games and consoles at this point in time, is Miles Morales went up by 161% in sales once more people had their hands on the consoles, you know? Cold War went up by 56% and Demon Souls went up by 291%. People want to play these games and it's having a knock-on effect every time you allow scalpers to just hoard these consoles because it means people cannot play the games they want to play. This needs to be addressed by not only the shops but everyone involved in the industry if you want to make more money. And I think this is some of the reason that the market is in such a disarray at this point in time. A lot of people want to buy games on PS4 and are being forced to buy the games on PS4 because they can't wait to get their hands on a PS5 any longer. And the people that do eventually wait that long are buying the games when it comes into play. But this means that we're getting such a mixed reception on these games overall. And I think that has a knock-on effect for near enough all of the industry. Scalpers have developed software that allows them to pre-generate links ahead of time before the companies can do it, allowing people to literally trick the company into selling them consoles. Insane. The world is going mad. So yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm doing this on some new editing software, so I hope it all turns out really good. Other than that, take care of yourselves, look out for each other, and breathe.